Hey guys, and welcome back to the Off the Script podcast. It is episode 26. We're here with three special guests, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
One's across the road getting eggs.
Yeah, Dan stands out getting eggs. Oh, he's back. He's waving. All right, introduce yourselves, gents.
Shop. Yeah.
Who's first? Liam, introduce yourself.
Hey. Liam. I am 20. Dan said I'm 19 on his story. I'm not. I'm 20. I'm a 20-year-old powerlifter. I have aspirations to compete as a bodybuilder as a junior, but I'm just 20 at the moment, and I'm sort of getting myself to grips with all styles of training. And yeah, I'm pretty much a full-time coach.
Awesome. Ginger?
I was here on episode something else. You know me. I'm off me nut, and I'm a bodybuilder who wants to get fucking massive.
Yeah, that's Joshua. Everyone knows him. Get massive.
Yeah.
And then Dan. Everyone knows Dan Bastick, but he went to shops to get eggs. Oh, he's back. Say hello, Dan. Say hello.
Hi.
Perfect. Cheers, Dan. You can leave now. Thanks. That was great. Right. So what are we getting into today, lads? Someone take over for me.
Should we kick it off with one of Joe's lovely questions?
Oh, let's start with Joe's questions.
Hang on. We need Dan first.
All right. But what would you want to say, Joe? Because before you were like, right, lads.
So
there's no fucking about. I'm not having you, Josh, ranting on 45 minutes about shit.
No, well, that's why we got you on, Josh. That's why I got you on. that's what I wanted. That's the best part.
That's what he said. Well, what's going on? What's been on people's minds? What topics is going on?
Aye.
What's the deal of the day?
What is going through your mind, Josh?
Me?
Yeah.
You don't want to ask that question.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Right now, it's fucking crazy. Like, yesterday, our first time I took me fucking trousers off in the gym. It's not weird, like, in the lighting and that.
Yeah.
Took some photos. I just uploaded them. And I looked and I was like, fucking hell. Is that me? I didn't know it was me. I was like, that's actually good improvements.
Yeah, you're looking good.
I never send Jordan anything unless it's bad. Like, every time I've injured myself, he gets a message outside the check-in. Right? I don't want to bother the man. He's a busy man, isn't he? I know he's my coach, but I don't want to be giving him fucking messages like, how you doing, mate? How you feeling? He doesn't want to be seeing it. So I sent him it, and I was like, this is, I can't remember what I said. Something like, oh, hope this cheers up your Saturday. I know you're a busy man, but I thought you'd like this. And he was like, that's fucking epic. I was like, that's a great response. You know, I wasn't expecting anything. I was expecting to probably bring it up on Thursday, but that was pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, well, it's coming from him. Like, that says a lot, doesn't it?
Fair.
He was like, what did he say? He was like, send me a comparison before we started working together. And that was piss poor. Like, me and my missus sit on the bed, right? Yeah. If they ever come up, they'll come up, but we're on and we're fucking crying. It's terrible. I look terrible. 2 year 2018, I look awful. I was terrible. Like, you looked at it and you think, what the fuck's wrong with that kid? Like, best thing, his hairline has not fucking gone to shit. Also, that's pretty good. And I've been running mash on every single cycle. So, thanks, Dad. Genetics. Next level. You know what I mean? But yeah, and then we were laughing. So last night was just fucking laughs. And looking at the pictures of me, pre-JP.
Pre-JP.
It was fucking wicked.
JP.
How much caffeine's in that?
What do you say?
How much caffeine's in JP?
JP. I haven't tried his pre-workout. Has anyone done that?
I have. I tried it.
You good?
I mean, I was joking.
It's not bad.
No. I fucking... That was going through my mind last night, and today it's just been a fucking rest day, chilling out.
Yeah, same.
I'll show you guys this as well. I know we're going off top, but look, my missus got this from Poundland. Look at that, it's one of the lights you put on your fucking phone. It looks fucking sick. So, Tinder profile for all the single guys and girls. Poundland, boom. Last fucking 10% off.
Joshua 10.
Joshua 10. No, big knob 10. That's it, me. Big knob 10. I give it, or you get a slap. Or fist. How's everyone else? What's going on? Like, I'm
right,
at the minute.
Not too bad. Yeah, I'm all right. Glad to be recording again after our 2-week little hiatus.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a hiatus.
If you want to see the comparison, just go on Jordan's profile now.
Have a look at that, lads.
Have a look at it. Jordan just uploaded it. It's
So you know means business.
Yeah, it's
Posted that.
you can all look at it and laugh. You can all
Posted
laugh.
it.
There you go, Jordan.
Fucking hell. He never posted me.
That was
I
pre.
have to fucking look at this show.
Finish first.
That was pre.
I'm there. I'm it's my mouth.
Oh
Oh,
god.
okay.
I have to win the PCA London to get shared on his like page. Is it bullshit?
Oh god. Look at this. Look at that photo. Oh my god.
It is very,
Right,
very
if
impressive.
you want to see it, what we just said, go on Jordan's profile and look at it and laugh because I look fucking awful. And I'm wearing look at those Calvin Kleins. They're so far wedged up my arse. It's ridiculous.
On the first one, you look a bit gay on the left.
Look at the state of their arse on that.
Oh,
Oh
dear.
god.
Yeah, you've grown some glutes, mate. Go for
I've grown some muscles, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is one of the things, though, right? So when people said, when you see a Fuad say, oh, you don't really know your potential until you grow some muscle, they're fucking right, because you look at that bloke on the fucking left and you think, who's that cunt? You know what I mean? He's the cunt shadow boxing in the fucking freeway area, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't. Before anyone says that, I've never been that bloke. That pisses me off, that.
I had someone do that at my gym the other day. I was rack pulling, and some fucking idiot walks past and like, poo, poo, poo.
They think they look like Mike Tyson, but what they look like, have you seen the video, 1-2 kick, and he does a headbutt?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? 1-2 like that, and he goes, headbutt, and he goes, like that. That's what you look like. Fucking shadow boxing, and there's someone trying to pick up the fucking 6 and over. Oh, Jimmy and Pasha go do a fucking workout. You know, sometimes I work on a bloke. You know what I mean? No one stop on me foot. I've got you. Fucking Tyson Fury. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Jesus Christ, he's about 6 months. He has no food. He's like, why do I not grow? He's shadow boxing, fucking fingering your arse, making a food. You know what I mean?
Let's.
And I think it's safe to say we're fucking back with a bang.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah,
guys.
no one shadow box in the gym. Fuck off. My
Stop
gym,
shadow boxing.
A little section for you, where the boxing area is. There's some mirrors and some good lighting there, right?
Yeah.
Good lighting. So I'm going to get fucking naked there tomorrow and pose. Fucking hell. We fired up, you have.
Big enough to
Me,
handle it.
the boys, fucking musculars in front of the mirror.
Excellent. I've got something to show while we're here.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't that fun?
And I look like I've had a stroke. Amazing.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Christian's a bit brooding in the corner.
Yeah,
Did you got a mask on?
putting through there.
You what?
Has he got a mask on, Christian?
No, he's got a beard on.
Beard?
Beard and his
Oh,
what?
he's
A little bit
closer.
in Poundland. He used Josh 10.
Yeah.
I like how you made yourself look like the best looking.
Wow.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. I didn't choose these.
You've killed Jack. You made Jack look like he's got a fucking triple head. You know what I mean?
He's got.
I love you,
He
Jack.
does look like he's got fat neck. He does look like a fat neck.
Like, Christian, you blocked his face out. I mean, AJ, he's doing the year 6. Like, yeah, boy, I love that. Joe, he's killed you off, and you're sitting there like, you know, that's Tinder.
Playing with my hair, you know. Yeah.
Playing with my hair, yeah, look at me.
Like this. And what?
You killed him when I was off.
I might take a
Mate, just
screenshot of each.
Pulling himself off. Amazing.
What I'll do is, if we all pose now, and I'll take a screenshot of that, and I'll have one made like this. Make yourself look the best you can, and I'll have that stuck in the back.
Fuck me. You can't put filters on
as
this
well.
one, can you? Never.
You can't. I mean, you can't polish a turd.
No, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
More of a cow bat, to be honest.
Exactly.
You've even got mud
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know, when's the t-shirt coming?
Guys.
I'm having one. Triple XL.
Right.
Flatsy.
He's a bloke.
To be fair, it was my idea. It was. It wasn't me.
merchandise. Drop us some mess.
In all seriousness, people tag us on Instagram if you want us to make some off the grip mugs, something like that. That'd be
Josh 10 applies on the website.
yeah.
Big knob 10.
Bastick 10 and Josh 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big knob 10 will work.
Big on 10. Yeah.
Big on them. Everyone else, what's going on?
Dan, what are you eating?
What are you eating, Dan?
Big Dan.
What are you?
Huh?
What
What
are
are
you
you
eating?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I know. I'm do it.
Right.
My laptop, when the charger comes out, switch off. That's what just happened. I'm eating. I've got chicken. I've got a wrap. I've got a bagel. I've got eggs. I've got pineapple. And of course, I've got onions.
Of course.
You know Dan's pushing those big fucking weights. Look at him. He's whole fucking, that's like 2 meals for me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's 2 meals for me.
That's a £60 difference between me and Dan.
He's a big boy.
It's only 110 baht. It's rest day. So.
Yeah. Rest
My rest day. My rest day was like 50. A little bit more than that, actually. But still,
Oh dear.
on natty food.
Have you just got that all from Tesco? Where'd you get that from, Dan? Have you just got that all from the shop? Or no?
No, when I ran across the road, I ran across the road a minute ago. I realised I've got no eggs in my fridge.
Yeah.
They've disappeared, so I think my bird ate them personally.
You've stuck them up your bum, Dan.
So I went across the road to my parents' house. They didn't have any. So I went, and my granddad also lives across the street. So I went to my granddad's house. He had 2 left. So
you really
filling your granddad's game, Dan. What are you doing?
Yeah.
He doesn't.
He doesn't want an egg.
Yeah, ain't nothing like that.
All right.
I've changed his mind for him. He no longer wants an egg.
Excellent. And what else? What have you just eaten, Liam, for the viewers at home?
I just had 210 grams of Cocoa Pops, which is a 20-gram PB.
Yeah. Strong man.
350 ml of milk and an orange, and that was that.
Excellent.
Oh, the orange makes it. That's fucking wicked.
Yeah, the orange every time. Orange.
And the big orange. I'll be on the diabolic apples, mate. That's a secret. You live some big weights, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a one-trick pony.
You live some big weights. It's orange, isn't it? It's all down to the orange.
It's the fructose and let them live left, right, and centre.
Yeah, that's it.
Guy, you know what I mean? Let's get everyone having an orange and an apple.
You know about your different transporters in and you know that fructose can add an extra, what is it, like 30, 40 grams on top of whatever glucose you have. Yeah, exactly. So
you're not in the same class, mate.
We did. For anyone who doesn't know at home, me and Liam actually were in first year uni together. We studied together, and it was a shit show, honestly.
What?
No. It was all. I learned a lot, but
less than 2-3% of my knowledge from that course, honestly.
Everything to do with endurance athletes and shit, and you'll have.
Oh yeah, it's like
you learn about gear
for a marathon.
And they said to us in I think it was the second half of second year, we'll be doing a module on performance enhancement. I was very excited. Yeah, and all we did was talk about Casa Semenya, the runner. I was like, for fuck's sake.
I had to do a whole unit on it.
Where's Yanova? You know, I thought we'd have something a bit more interesting. No?
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember in year 1 when we was doing anatomy or physiology? I don't remember. And we went on the endocrine system.
Yeah.
And everyone went, yeah, Liam, you'd know, wouldn't you?
Everyone knew early on. They all knew early on.
Someone baited to the fucking lecture that I ran gear when I was 18.
Oh no.
The worst.
I actually don't know a lot about you, Liam. I've only just followed you after.
Yeah, I only did it today.
Yeah, so you're primarily a powerlifter. You
Yeah.
want to get into bodybuilding. What have you done in the powerlifting world?
So
You're only 19.
just 20, mate. I didn't want to correct you on this story, but I'm 20 now. So as a teenager, I started 300 kilo at 19 at 82 kilos. So that was an all-time world record. I won the World Champs in 2018. I've won the British Champs twice, and I have a British bench record as well. But
Is that it?
very realistically, what?
Fucking good, mate. Very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, my interest has always been bodybuilding. Like I've always trained with like Jermaine and Tim, and sort of the local guys in Brum, really. But I'm not very good at it, so I was kind of stick to my roots.
You're not very good at it, but I've seen you move bodybuilder reps with some ridiculous weight.
Oh yeah, in terms of like, it doesn't matter how much you lift on stage. So I haven't got the mass yet to be at all competitive, and so I'm just sort of powerlifting. But in the background, I'm working my ass off. I'm getting my food right. I'm getting my training right, and I do plan to step on stage as a junior one day. But I understand very much that you need to dedicate 100 to it. Probably even both, or optimally anyway. And so I'm in a position now where, I mean, I may as well publicise it. I'm 2 weeks out from a 320 kilo squat, and so I'm going to take that, and off the back of that, jump into more of a sort of bodybuilding orientated program, so to speak. And sort of give my joints a bit of a break.
Josh is
320 kilos.
That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous amount.
That's fucking awesome.
I can't even fathom that. I can't imagine what they feel like.
It's relative, though, isn't it? Like what feels like your one rep max? That's what that feels like to me.
Yeah. Just nuts. That's insane.
Right.
So what, Dan?
I've got a bit of a semi, I won't lie.
It's just what happens, mate. What can I say?
Yeah. 320. Jesus.
Well, I've said it now. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
It'll happen about them fucking oranges, isn't it?
I took 275 for 4 pause reps the other day. So off the back of that, we'll see what happens. I've got 300 for 2 or 3 next Monday. Then see what happens after that, eh?
Wow. That is pretty ridiculous.
You know what it is? Me and Kiffy are racing, and the loser's got a hell of a lot to say for themselves. First to £700. He's deadlifting, I'm squatting.
Yeah.
He's a week ahead because he pulled 300 for 2, I think, yesterday. So he's like ever so slightly ahead, but I want to do 3. So I don't know what's going to happen, if I'm honest.
If Keith can pull 320 off the floor in the middle of prep, going towards the end of prep, that would be just
ridiculous, isn't it?
That is ridiculous. The fact that he's pulling that weight as is at this point, his body weight is ridiculous, you know?
Oh, he's an absolute freak, mate. I can't even begin to compare myself to him, but it's just one of them sort of physical, friendly competition, like number things.
Indeed. I'm going to
tell the truth, Liam. You just don't like Scottish people, do you?
That's it, yeah.
What can I say? Whenever I see him, I just get angry on my squat.
I'm very.
Speaking of training, speaking of gyms, I had a question the other day, and it was like, how far would you be willing to travel to a good gym?
Ooh, good question. That is a very good question.
6 hours over here to St Ives.
Yeah, he's done it.
Yeah, to go train with one of a very good powerlifter.
Does I don't know if it counts because it's not exclusively the reason, but part of the reason why I liked going to New York was to train at Powerhouse in Long Island. Does that count?
You've got coming around here. I can say, I travelled all the way to LA just to train at Gold's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just went to train at Powerhouse.
Grabbed by my parents, living life, and snuck session in on the way.
Yeah. Exactly that. Yeah, no, it's what is that, like 7-hour flight? It's probably longer for you, isn't it?
More than that to LA. To be fair, question, I don't know how I travel. I travel to Ultraflex once a week, which is just over an hour for me, and then I travel 40 minutes to Central every other session. So I put the time.
45 minutes is a good one.
I'm really enjoying being back home just for that reason, so I can train at a different gym. So just being.
They've got a lot of good gyms where you're from, though, isn't there?
Yeah, it's good.
Huh? Like even when you're home, there's a lot of good around you. Like S20, Muscle Fusion, Roller
Ultra, Muscle Unit as well. So, there's a lot around here, so it's a lot to work with.
Where are you, Pet, from?
Me?
He's from Bedford.
I'm from Bedford. Bedford.
You've got one with him in Bedford.
Got games in there. The guys are real cares about bodybuilding.
Where are you from, Dan?
Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Fucking hell, where's
Norfolk,
Norfolk?
yeah.
Oh.
Alan Partridge Land, isn't it? Norfolk Digital.
Norwich.
Yeah.
Hang on, what's the PCA show was last year, man? That Tim's going to do?
East Anglia.
Yeah.
Okay, I know, I've just looked at it, yeah.
That's the one.
I got a decent gym that I go to when I can't train at my gym, which is about 40 minutes. It's in Norwich. Fully pumped. It's a good gym. Otherwise, I just train at mine.
Aye.
Every fair Dan's got kitted out.
Everything you need, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely kitted out.
Really kitted out. No.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where I am, we've got games. The guy who bought it was a Gold's gym, and then it got they put to the Gold's gym franchise. And it was kind of neglected. The guy sort of bought the name and just didn't care about it. Lost the love for it, and he bought it. He owned a small gym, and he was like, I'm going to build a hub of bodybuilding here. But he went for, it's like, I call it the Ultraflex effect, where it's clean, lovely gym, nice, fits for all, but it's got all the equipment. It's got all plate loaded stuff. It's got the decent equipment, Watson, Arsenal Strength. You're not messing about having like dodgydeals.org stuff that you don't know what you're getting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's trying to make a name for himself in an area where there isn't many sort of gyms like that. There's your old school pit holes and shit. I mean, there's Atlas Gym in Milton Keynes, but Atlas is an old school with the fucking, the ceilings leaking with old school stuff. Do you know what I mean?
What do the dumbbells up to?
Oh, they're not like it's 70.
Yeah.
He's gonna get some 80s because Jace has turned up and he just fucking did like 12 on the 70s for reps. Drop set as well. Drop set to 60 straight after. And it's like the owners would like Alex, you need to get some bigger dumbbells. It's like, all right then. But that's what you like. He's like, yeah, understood.
Yeah.
So it's good. And he put him and he's. Pardon?
Is Jace at yours? Is
Jace
around Bedford?
Jace he lives in Bedford.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, so I think.
Come down.
Yeah, definitely. After his prep, because he's obviously prepping, he's training. His training is done by all Jamie, and it's a different approach they usually would do. But once he's gone off in his off season, he said he wants to train with me, so we could just push each other. I think we both could do with. He could always get someone. Yeah. I mean, the only thing is he's 6'2", handsome, light skinned fella, and I'm like pushing 5'10" on a good day.
5'10", mate. What I do for 5'10"?
Quite nice, but I've got like a scuttled face and I'm fat and I'm small. But
it sounds great, honestly.
You know what I mean? So good job on getting married. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to happen, would it? Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, I'm pushing a 3, but then I'm with him. It's like, yeah, he's definitely a 1.
How do you feel now? How are you feeling, Liam? You all right, mate?
Well, I'm 5'8".
I wasn't talking about Liam. I was saying when I'm training base. I was like, when I'm walking around, because it says, I'm fucking, it makes it look bad.
Mate, if you when I train with Tim, for example,
yeah,
and like the difference in us 5'8" and 6'3", It's not enjoyable
It's
whatsoever.
quite funny, yeah.
Well,
That's the issue, right? Like when we've ever, well, like on the occasions that we train legs together, if you're doing barbell squat and Tim's doing barbell squat, and then you're putting load up to like 300 kg or whatever you're lifting now, and he's even you got rack that every time, and he's 6.
And you've got to move the rack height like quite a lot.
It's a bastard, like yeah.
You got to take all the plates off here. You wait, you get down, and you're like, right, you can do this. Go
Yeah,
on.
we get 5 plates and we're like,
And then you're like, oh, fuck me, why do my shoulders really hurt? I've got all these problems. Fucking doing this all the time. No, I know what it's like to train with someone taller.
Yeah.
Fucking hard work.
Aye.
did anyone get any good questions?
Yeah, I've got a few. I did want to say, like, I said to you guys earlier, didn't I? So, me and a few friends have been discussing which is the most overrated fast food restaurant going.
Who was that? Who were you discussing this with, out of interest?
Just Damien Emil.
Ah, okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
I have an answer.
So,
5 Guys.
Really?
really?
Yeah, I think it's well overrated.
I think it's good. I like Five Guys.
Yeah, I agree it's good, but when you compare the price, it's like
The price is.
Are we talking relative to price or not, or just flavour?
It's your opinion, mate. It's your opinion.
I think
it's
it's overrated.
I've got a good one.
Yeah.
Have you had
Go on,
Chipotle?
Josh.
You tried it in the UK?
What?
Yeah, I've had it. When I was down in London, I had it.
Tried what?
Chipotle, what we have in the UK. Heard all this shit.
I haven't
How
had
good it was. It was fucking beans and rice.
Chipotle is it's good. It is very good, but I agree it's overrated.
No, it's fucking beans and rice. Don't waste your money. I'd rather piss in a cup and drink it. It was shit. It was fucking shit. I remember it was ages ago and I went, it was fucking wank. And you know what I did? I was so disappointed. I walked down the road with my brother and I got Five Guys.
Oh,
So disappointed, mate. I know that I thought Five Guys first of all, but I thought I do enjoy Five Guys. But then I thought that Chipotle experience, it was like we both looked at each other, and I'm a fucking simple bloke, you know. I get impressed by like seeing a spider or something, and this was shit. We both looked at each other, and I was like, "This is shit." I was like, "This is shit. This is beans and rice. This is fucking beans and rice." About like 15 quid for it. I was like, "Fuck this."
It's like having Uncle Ben's in a wrap.
Yeah, it wasn't even soft. The rice wasn't even soft. It was hard. I got the shit bits. You know when you've overdone rice?
Like canteen rice.
Yeah, it was. I was like, "This not happy with it. Not good." Five Guys.
Fucking shit. That didn't even cross my mind though. To be fair, like
Shit.
I just went straight out there and said McDonald's. Like so overrated.
no,
It is shit. It's so shit. It is so
Fucking
I'm a
shit.
sucker for it. I actually am.
because it's just pumped full of MSG.
So
Yeah, they're good for you.
Just bangs your fucking taste receptors. That's all it is.
Fucking love it.
I love not digesting my food and storing it as fat. I think
Mate,
it's beneficial.
and I can fucking barely digest cream of rice, mate. I've got the digestive system, and I'm 100-year-old.
No, these will probably cause you digestive issues.
Probably.
Knows. He fucking knows.
That's the one.
Yeah, Cuba sent me some the other day, and I was like, "Fucking hell, they're sick actually." So I've actually started investing in them. They're fucking good. They're expensive, but you do know.
I think he's got shares because he told me the same thing.
Yeah, mate, they're fucking good though. I can't deny it. I don't care if he's got shares or not. Like, I like the product. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, end of the day. Yeah, that's very true. I should probably invest in some when I come out of this mini gut and start pushing food. Not crazy, but pushing food.
I just thought everything apart from.
First, I'll be going back up to 3,000, probably 3,200 to begin with. And then go from there.
What I'd do to eat that.
Hey, you know what I'm like though. I don't need that much.
And you know what I'm like.
You need a fuckload.
Yeah,
I see what you're eating.
I shovel north of 5K and I can drop weight. I'm not doing that protect, but I'm just an endomorph. It don't make sense.
Yeah, I'm very much a. I know anything I eat just goes straight to me, like stomach and glutes. It's always my glutes it goes to. Got a fat ass. It's always the first place it goes to.
Them Caribbean genetics.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
African Caribbean.
African. I'm not even the Caribbean. It's African and Arab.
In terms of what you're describing, that's just fat distribution.
Yeah.
There's going to be genetic factors to that. But
True.
I've found every time I get lean, when I put fat back on, it goes somewhere else. My body fat distribution changes. In terms of you're worried about it all going like straight away, you're up food and just getting fat.
Yeah.
And that's probably a factor in your environment. Are you in the right environment to put muscle on? If you're up food and all you see is getting fat,
that's an issue. Yeah.
There's something going on there.
Yeah.
One of your other variables ain't going to be in place, so you need to look through and think, you know what, where else can I improve?
Yeah.
Because it can't be shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I haven't seen it personally, but I can always pinpoint it to something.
Yeah.
I think I know one individual with like piss poor genetics. He wears a 7XL. But,
the bed sheet. Yeah, the bed sheet.
What?
How funny was my story? Come on.
I was pissing myself at that story.
Is there such a thing as 7XL?
It's the bed sheet. Yeah.
You taking me for a ride here? Come on, you know I'm a very nice bloke. I've got a fucking V vagina vein in my head.
he can only wear clothes from Jack.
Actually, Steve, I actually got 6XL.
Jesus.
Real thing.
Look in the chat.
It's a strong red top.
Dan, look in the chat. And you.
It's Giacomo.com, mate.
That's the bed sheet. Yeah.
That's my interpretation.
we love a size t-shirt. We do. Yeah, it's good.
I thought it looked great.
Yeah, it's good. How was training in it? Was training in it okay?
Yeah, he was that heavy. He was like putting chains on a squat.
Yeah. Next, if anyone intrigued as to the context of that, we'll have Liam repost it at some point just so you can see that for anyone who missed that.
I do plan to go into it though, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
The orange.
Fucking podcasted me.
Missed
The
it,
one
I'm so
with
sorry.
Savannah and Caitlin. I fucking killed me.
I enjoyed that one.
Speaking of which, Caitlin, I was impressed, man.
What by her? How she's insane.
She took me through a good session the other day. I wish I could have made it with you guys today.
Yeah, we'll sort one out soon. What did you guys train? You trained push, didn't you?
You took me through push. I mean, I had to. I'll be honest, mate. I was a bit selfish and like I didn't do a couple of exercises because like I know where my head's at with what's important at the moment, and so like I didn't mess about with some of the heavily demanding stuff on my elbows. So like the gym shot press, I didn't really do. I just did some blood flow work on that, but she fucking took me through a good push session, mate. It was good.
Yeah. How did you find the cuffed laterals?
Yeah, I've not really messed up cuffed recently, like ever really. I think I've done them with you before once.
Yes, probably.
Oh no, it was with Robbie and Tim, but you were there. Yeah. Ultimate, yeah. Only our second time ever using them. I quite liked it.
Yeah, they're fun. I like it. Cuffed is like, for me, it's always weighing it up as to whether I consider it to be like a bit of a novelty exercise just because it's cuffed and whether it's actually beneficial for me. Because on one hand, they're clearly fantastic exercises. Like, you know, you're just removing the forearm and just and those accessory muscles and synergist muscles that take away from the actual exercise. But I also can see it being an issue where I see some people who just do way too much cuff stuff.
Oh, mate, I think it takes away from it. I think that you've got to keep sure that it has its place, but you need to have the basics in there in terms of your sort of, I don't know the word for them, just your standard lifts, if you know what I mean. Because the amount of people that you see sort of doing things like deadlift and bent over row, and they're just not exercising that many people incorporate anymore. They're doing all this fancy stuff.
Let's incorporate puffs now, puff laterals. I've never even done a dumbbell lateral.
Yeah, that's it. It's like if you're trying to do a variation of an exercise you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like me and Amp, we've swapped out dumbbell lateral like a couple of months ago. But our consideration to doing that is because we generally peaked our strength. We're doing seated dumbbell laterals. No, not really much inertia. Kind of like bent hunched over to stop too much body English. We went up to, what did you get to? 32s for a good 12.
Wept, man.
For a good 12. That's what I mean. Until you're that fucking strong at a dumbbell lateral, and why would you even? I'm not saying don't do cuff laterals, but why is that your only go-to? Progress every venture.
It's like I talked about my story the other day. Like, stop fucking overcomplicating everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point. There's no point using a cuff if you've got no muscle to isolate. So
I think that goes across the board, Joe. People think around taking all these like massively complicated supplements and all this, and like they're not even they don't even sleep 8 hours.
Oh, mate, there's that training thing. I wrote it in my post. Fucking blokes having a threesome on a pet deck for a chest shot. What the fuck's that about? Fucking having a fucking leg extension, a calf raise, and a ham curl, doing it for 40 minutes straight as a leg workout. Fucking come on, lads.
Yeah.
I'm very basic because obviously, Sully, as you know, like I've worked with Stan Effin, and the one thing I learned from him really just drilling in, get the fucking basics right. Sleep, eat, train, then look further.
Sleep, eat, train, chicken stock. start doing it.
Yeah, chicken stock.
Oh yeah, well, I said that to you the other day. I think there's a lot of sort of small things that I've learned from Stan as well.
Yeah.
Say like the orange stimulates the liver to convert thyroid.
Yeah.
But for me, things like these,
The orange. Fucking
they
brilliant.
don't compare with
Yeah.
nothing.
Yes.
There is a thing though, like, because I fucking was trying to get on the leg extension the other day and fucked some legs, and there were some lads on it, and I had a threesome on it. I was, what's going on? And they were like, what? I was like, what's going on? And they were like, look, I was like, how many on there? Like, 10 minutes. I was like, 10 minutes? So how do you know you're doing that for 10 minutes? 10 sets? That's too much anyway, it's the whole fucking session. Like, can I jump in with you? Yeah. And he didn't come back. It didn't mean for him to do that, right? But what they didn't do, they didn't do any fucking other exercise. Well, meanwhile, this bloke who set the gym up, he's got a fucking lovely hack squat. He's even got a fancy vertical leg press. I mean, that's a good one to show your balls off.
Yeah.
He's got a 45 degree. You know, I mean, get on those machines. Get on them and just fucking be like to your mates, like, yeah, but I can do 2 places for you. Can you?
Yeah.
Fucking yeah, wicked. That mentality, even though it's not all there, but that's starting off somewhere, innit? That's the one. I swear to God, when I first started, well, not first, actually, when I first went to a meathead gym, that was the mentality that was in there. I was the youngest bloke in there. I was petrified of everyone.
It's
But
like competitive progressive overload, isn't it?
there was going in. It was, you know what I mean? There was Big Sam lift squatting some heavy weights. You thought, fucking hell. But it all correlates, doesn't it? You think, mate, you look at the biggest geezers in your gym. 9 times out of 10, they're lifting the heaviest weights.
Yeah.
That's why me and Amp, we're exactly like that. We're very competitive with each other. We want like, I want him to try and beat me. If he's going first, I'm going to push him to the absolute death because I want him to set the standard for what I've got to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, if he's going first and I'm going after him, if I beat him, I say fuck you. Like that's what I'm saying. And the next set, he's riled up, get me. It's either way. But this is probably why he's tore his hamstring twice since being with me. But he's grown a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
Like during his set, you're like on his team in terms of getting the most possible reps. But then on your set, it's fuck that, I'm going to do better. And then on his set, you're encouraging him to beat your set.
Yeah, even if I went first, I'm going to give it my biggest effort. But imagine having, like, you think you're failing at 12, but he set the benchmark at 15. That 15 number, that's in your head. And you're fucking...
You know 15 is coming. 5, I'm a third. 10, I'm 2/3. I'm going to get there. Yeah, absolutely, mate.
And even outside of just training partners, like now when I set goals for myself, short, medium, long-term goals, I look at people like Chris, for example, and his deadlift. That's why I'm looking, or Liam and his squat, and those strength, like that kind of strength. That's what I'm sort of looking at in terms of like pushing my progression and like setting sort of like really high bars. And I think that takes you a long way. And also, yeah, coming back to people just rinsing the fluff, as people like to call it. Like you can't, like at the end of the day, we're trying to stimulate CNS as well. Like you can't get that from just doing some pissy exercises.
If you're fucking 16 years old, listen to this. You train tomorrow. What's it? International Chest Monday, most likely, if you're 16 years old.
Yeah.
Get in there. Do some fucking dumbbells, right? Do a fucking shoulder. If you're doing shoulders as well, do a shoulder press. Do a fucking dumbbell chest press. Do a bit of triceps. Do a bit of biceps. Whack your way up. Fuck off. But make sure you take every set till your head exploded, or till you drop the dumbbell on your nose, you cracked it. Then you'll know that you control it. You know what I mean?
Great advice, kids. Get in there and drop a dumbbell on your nose.
You lift it, when you're trying to lift it, you know what I mean?
In all seriousness, yeah. Like we train with intensity, and that's something you've got to learn, and that's something you should start learning early.
I can understand, like, when you try and sympathise with people who are young and that, you get into the gym and let's say that Orsa in there, right? You've got fucking Liam squatting 300 kilos. You've got Dan touching the heaviest dumbbell you've ever seen in your fucking life, right?
Dislocated ribs on the deadlift. Right?
This is what I mean. So you get in there, you might feel a little bit stupid having to touch the little small dumbbells. But I tell you what, that big unit would probably give you so much more respect if he saw you struggling on the 10s, doing it some, right? Which, you know what I mean? You'd give a lot more respect. You think, yeah, he's coming in here to do a session, rather than sitting back, scared on the pec deck, with that all time. Because by the time Dan is he's on the fucking, I don't know when he does pec deck or he does fly, I don't know. By the time he gets into that, you know, he's got one set on there. He don't want to see your fucking face on it. Or hogging it all day, doing phone decks, doing the fucking that, doing that. I know you're scared of that, wicked, but go in there with intent. And he just ask the big guys, you know, those questions. If you're worried, you know, be like, oh, how did you get big, whatever, and they'll tell you what. Do you know what I mean?
And they'll pull out a vial and a syringe.
Fuck you off. But you know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Because obviously you would be scared. You know, you're bloke who's 110 pounds heavier than you. Oh, that's muscle as well. You'd be like, fuck. You'd be like, and don't get me wrong. As much as in our heads, you might be really at peace when you're training. You don't look like that when you're on your last fucking rep and it's coming back down on your face and you're going, force! Like that on your fucking face. And your spot is fucking shaking and you're all shaking. It doesn't look like the way you think you might look athletic. It looks like a fucking war.
Yeah.
Like, from an outside point of view, a bit scary. But don't worry about that. You're going to get a lot more respect going for it. Probably what you thought you were going to do rather than, I'll best sit back today because you feel scared.
I had a bit of this weekend because when it was my birthday yesterday, and what did I want to do?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Give him some cake.
And I decided for my birthday what I wanted to do because my mates asked me. These are mates back home who don't actually really train. They're like, "Oh, what do I do?" I was like, "How about I take 2 of you for a leg day with me?" So I took 2 of my mates from back home to Ultraflex Rotherham, and I took them through my leg session and beasted them on legs. And afterwards, they both sort of said that, like, you know what? When we see videos and pictures on Instagram, we don't quite get it. But when you're actually training with someone who actually, I'm not saying that I'm I'm huge or I progress massively, but someone who knows how to apply intensity, they get it. So now they're like, oh fuck, this is how I'm meant to be training. You know,
we discussed this last time I was on, but it's like when I come and train with you.
Yeah.
I'm used to taking 17-minute rest periods. That's not because I'm stupid. That's because I'm sport specific. Yeah. But coming to train with you, it's like fucking hell.
Yeah.
Like I can't. We said it last time on the podcast, but I was sick 3 times in the same session on the line hamstring curl. I'm lying down being sick.
Yeah.
That explains the level of intensity. Yeah.
Me and you, Liam, we could train together. I take 20 minutes.
I need piss.
Yeah, I enjoy it, mate. Mate, in the powerlifting community, we sit down, we have a bit to eat in between sets.
We can't. Like,
for me, it's like when I start my session, I'm like, right, I'm powerlifting now, and I do everything in my power to do the best for that section of the session for squatting, for example. But after that, my rest times are down, and I'm bodybuilding now.
Yeah.
What?
That's exactly how my back sessions go. So the start of my back session is deadlifts. When I'm doing the deadlifts,
what sort of numbers do you put, mate? I don't mean to be rude. I just haven't really seen.
Rib fucking smashers. That's all he does.
I've only just started conventional again. I haven't done conventional since I was like 21 on a solid run. So it's been a few years.
How old are you?
I've just turned 24. So I ran stiff leg for about 6 months, and that was my first time. I stiff legged 7.5 plates for free. I did. I'm doing RDLs, so like an eccentric deadlift, without touching the ground, just like an inch off the floor.
What, like a Dorian or?
Dorian deadlift, yeah.
Like a Dorian.
Kind of Dorian. I call that a Dorian. I did that yesterday. I did 7 plates aside for 4. Conventional. I'm going to pull my next run. I'm going to pull 340. I'm going to just have a crack at it. I think it's there.
Huge lifts.
Big lifts.
Big lifts.
Why so fucking big?
By the end of the year, me and Jordan have spoke about 8.5 plates. It's there.
Yes.
Oh, Jordan, as in terms of JP, are you coached by JP then?
Yeah. I have been.
Okay. I had no idea. I didn't know you. What's today? No.
So me and Jordan have been working together now for 4 years. I think I'm one of his longest running clients at the minute, actually.
Oh, okay.
So we've been smashing it. But as I say, like, I'm quite a strong dude. I mean, for a bodybuilder, I'm decent.
Yeah.
In powerlifting realms, like, people say, "Oh, fuck me, you're strong," but I'm not legit strong.
How much do you weigh?
At the minute, I'm 260.
What's that in kilo?
It's like
120.
20, yeah, 120.
Around that. Yeah. Well, mate, I'll put it this way: you wouldn't struggle in the powerlifting world. Definitely not. What's your sort of squat and bench like, out of interest?
I can't squat anymore because of my knees, but 5 plates aside for double digits, like 11, 12 I've got before. Bench, I don't flat bench, I high incline, 4 plates aside for 5.
Mate, I think, put it this way, you wouldn't struggle in the powerlifting world, I'll be honest with you. I can list many people, heavier, older, who lift less, to be successful.
Well, I have no like port of reference, so I don't know. But I definitely know I'm decent for a bodybuilder, but I'm not legit strong. That's the goal, is to be just strong. Not strong for a bodybuilder, but strong.
Strong, yeah.
Yeah, like no matter who your audience is, they're like...
Yeah. I mean, Jordan
Any
always said,
aspirations? Would you compete as a powerlifter one day?
if I tore something,
Hey, this is like Keithy the other day. It's like potential stood there and it don't give a fuck, and it's like,
yeah. If Keithy did just one powerlifting show, just one.
but you can't bounce the bar off the floor when you deadlift.
yeah, that is true.
That is true. That is true.
I'm just being
You only
honest.
need to.
Yeah,
You only
no,
need
it's
to do
true.
one.
I did dead stop this week, and dead stop is just so. I forgot how hard dead stop is.
There's a lot to change that would.
By the way, that wasn't. That's not a dig at all. I love Keithy. I follow him. I think he's amazing. But what I'm trying to say is that's exactly the same as me. If I'm doing a deadlift, if I'm doing 300 kilo, I'm getting 5-6. And you know what I mean. I'm never getting one rep. That's just a bodybuilder mentality. With Keithy, he can do like 260 for 10, 11, but he could probably only pull like 320 for one. Usually, when you see someone pull 260 for 11, 12, whatever, you'd expect a 350 or a 360. Yeah. That's the difference in a bodybuilder and a powerlifter. It doesn't convert.
Yeah.
So we had a question on any tips. Well, it's pretty uneducated question, but any top tips for increasing a 1 rep max?
Progressive overload, done and dusted.
Yeah.
Eat, sleep, train, done and dusted.
Being a surplus.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the individual, but is it just that? Is that the question?
The question is, any top tips for increasing 1 rep max? And is there an ideal rep range in opposed to increasing muscle?
You've got to train it, for sure.
Yeah, you've got to train your 1 RM. Train no more.
I'd train in similar rep range. So work with your triples, your doubles, your singles.
Yeah, I'd have like a wave system of varying rep ranges in the session, and maybe like some kind of micro loading. Definitely.
I quite enjoy, like, it's quite sort of standard and there's no complicated element to it, but I quite enjoyed sort of just 3-2-1, 5-3-1, these elements of sort of as the load goes up, the reps come down, and just working towards sort of a top single, so to speak, and then repeating the same block again, but making sure every single one is at least sort of 2 to 5 kilos more.
Yeah, and obviously I'd work with someone with your technique, because powerlifting mostly about leverage. Not just that, but
how well can you use your levers to advantage your lift?
And not just that, but to an extent, people forget that you can lift a lot of weight and not look like you have a lot of muscle, but it gets to a point where you probably do need a bit more muscle to push on further.
That's why
weight does move weight at the end of the day. Like,
weight moves weight 100%, and as well, motor units move weight. So recruiting additional motor units is going to contribute to sort of your total output.
Gather motor units. I did that at uni, motor units. It's fucking nuts. I've got a question though.
I did nothing in uni.
Go on, Josh.
Right. This is what I got asked, right? What I thought was good for the podcast.
Yeah.
Bodybuilder you'd most like to train with from any era in their prime, and why?
Always a good one. I like this.
You start, Josh.
I can't choose.
Oh,
I would like to train with. The thing is, I don't know. There's a lot of people I'd like to train with.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
All right. Let's change it. Pick a body part to train with anyone ever.
Well, that's even harder. Can I just pick like three people?
Go on.
Right, I'd love to train with Dorian, right? Obvious reasons, because he's a British bulldog and he eats dumbbells. Well, another one, Kevin Arone.
Yeah.
Because of his hair.
Oh, I have no idea.
You don't want to train with him in '96 then?
Did he tore his pec?
No, he shaved his head.
He tore his pec one year though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
That was one.
Yeah.
Two. That was pretty early on.
Yeah, it wasn't very noticeable really after a while.
But yeah. So Kevin Arone. Do you know what? It's a good one. James Hollingshead. Because he fucking eats dumbbells for breakfast. He's like...
Yeah, I said that on another podcast.
I didn't catch a lot of smoke for this, but he is like a modern day Dorian.
He trained at my gym for a while, because his mum used to live in Norwich.
Yeah, I remember that part,
I had the fortunate opportunity, not to train with him, but went in and out from him, and he would always come over and spot me. He used to put me through posing, so I was blessed with that, to have his time.
Wow.
Wow. Body pump?
Yeah.
But yeah, James, because he's fucking... again, like he is... People will be like, oh, no, shut up. Just shut up. He is a modern day Dorian.
What about you, Dan?
I got this question the other day, actually. I did a Q&A, like a rest day one.
Yeah.
And not to be corny or anything like that, but
Fair enough.
bit of a bromance there, I know. But
You know what you like. You know what you
I
like.
know what I like.
Yeah.
But no, just man, he's been like, so I never had a training partner in my life before him because I was too protective over my training to have someone come in, and it took like a lot for me to hand that over. And he I suppose it took a lot of convincing, but he did it. And you've seen the amount of progress I've made since training with him.
Yeah.
And so has he. It's gone hand in hand. He's just, I know he genuinely wants me to be the best I can be, and vice versa. I want him to go all the way, and I want to go all the way as well. One day, I hope we're both on a pro stage together. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I almost want it more than myself. You know, if he does and I don't, fine. You know, that's how it is. It's vice versa, and that translates into the way we train. Very protective over each other. If he thinks it's there, he says it's definitely there. If I'm being a bit of a, I don't know about it, it's moving well, he knows. But vice versa, if he knows I've got a bit of a nipple and he can see how the bar's moving, he's mate, not today. Not today.
It takes a lot of that.
Yeah, he's got a very good, he knows my body so well because we trained together now for a while, and he knows when to give and take. With myself to Amph, I've probably saved him in a lot of situations in terms of what he's injured. I've had to tell him, but obviously he's had a couple of tears, which he's put on a lot of fucking muscle, a lot of muscle.
How old is Amph now?
Amph is 21. Did you see the videos I put on my story the other day?
Can we just have a moment to celebrate his traps? Jesus Christ.
Mate, it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. The videos I put on my story the other day, you could see when he just stands there, how the muscle just hangs off him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
he's got so much potential. He has. All he needs, and what he's on the process of doing, just needs a back. But it's coming. It's coming. It really is.
Well, fuck me, Dan. If he's going to get one, he'll get one training with you.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm so on top of him in terms of how he does his back exercises. We've almost fallen out over it.
Yeah.
He did. I haven't said this on a podcast. He did a rack pull, and I didn't know he was mid-set. But I'm so protective how I want him to do the reps because I know a normal rack pull for him, it doesn't do it. He has to do it a certain way. He has to brace. He has to put the weight in his lats. He can't just yank the bar. He's got to take the technique out to get any kind of back activation. And I shouted at him. I said, "No, fucking stop!" Like that. And he got on with the set. He come off the set. He said, "Do not fucking do that." And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry." But after a day in that, I said, like, I shouldn't have said that mid-set. I didn't know it was work set, to be fair. But he said, like, yeah, I know what you're trying to do. And if I'm going to listen to anyone to get a big back, it'll be you. Because people think I've genetically got a big back. I've genetically got favourable insertions. I never had a big back. You know, I've got the insertions there, but you have to build the muscle to make use of the insertions.
Yeah. Mate, genetics doesn't build the muscle for you.
Yeah,
it allows the process to happen easier. You still have to
You've got to put it on the end of a leverage. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about you, Jermaine?
What about me? About my...
one pro, one bodybuilder, 3 bodybuilders. Have a gangbang if you want. So let's go.
We talked about this before, and I still think Tom Platz. Session with Tom Platz. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine the intensity?
I had an opportunity, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, and I didn't because I trained legs the day before.
Oh my God.
So basically, I went to Strength Asylum in Stoke the day before.
Yeah, you did a tour, was that 2017?
Yeah, he came over.
Maybe. So the day before, I had the seminar with him.
Yeah.
And we got chatting after the seminar and all that. It's great. He goes, "Are you from around here?" And I said, "No, I'm just staying at a B&B. I'll go and train tomorrow, but that's about it." He goes, "Where are you training?" And I said, "Just down at Strength Asylum." He goes, "Oh, I've got a squat clinic on." And I said, "I can't attend that." And he said, "Well, before I even mentioned I had leg day, he said, if you stay around after, I'll put you through some paces." And I said, I had legs yesterday. Can you train back with me? No.
What did he say? No.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say, can you train back with me? But that's what I would have wished. But I didn't want to take his time up either. But I trained legs the day before, but he was going to put me alone through some fucking leg shit.
I genuinely, like, if the opportunity arises where he comes back to UK, I'm making that happen. I want to train.
He was fucking brutal in some of his videos. You know when he's
that is like
leg extension.
Where he's lying backwards.
Yeah,
like I think that is up there with blood and guts for me. Like,
definitely.
That is up.
He's so explosive as well.
Yeah.
Like when he did leg extensions or ham curls, the whole machine would move, it would bounce. The machine would be here, and then by the end of his set, it'd be out the door.
Just loads of type 2 fibers and just ridiculously strong ligaments, tendon. It's just like
no, mate, he's got his own. He's got type plats, fucking fibers.
Yeah,
man.
type plats. Yeah,
fucking jaw though as well. Everything about
oh,
fucking nuts.
Fucking love it. It's great.
And he rocked a good tash as well.
Yeah, he is just like, that for me, that is almost like in my head. That's one of the pinnacles of bodybuilding right there. Tom Platz.
Yeah.
In his heyday.
He's the most, what's the word? Enthusiastic. He's
enthusiastic
person.
You watch videos and listen to him speak about it, and you just get sucked into it so much.
That's really what he's like.
Yeah.
That's really what he's like. When I was 1-to-1 with him, exactly what he was like.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
I like watching all the old videos. Have you seen the Tom Platz video where all the bodybuilders have blurred their faces out and he's interviewing them?
Yeah.
That's fucking wicked.
And we all know who they are.
Yeah, you can tell it's Ronnie Coleman because the way look how big he is, and you can just tell by the veins and everything.
I still love how Lee Priest just didn't give a fuck, and he had his face on.
And he was fat as fuck in it as well. Oh, that was brilliant.
I'd love to do a session with Mike Francois.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
You're going to be sick.
Who's that?
Mike Francois.
Fucking hell. If there's one bodybuilder you should know about.
Yeah, he trained at Westside Barbo, didn't he?
Westside Barbo, yeah.
He was one of the few bodybuilders who were allowed to go in there because he trained so fucking hard.
That's the only one I don't know.
He used to do sets of 300 kilo squats, rest for 90 seconds, go again.
Insane.
Brutal.
Crazy.
Yeah, just Google him.
He was off his tits. He was amazing.
What's his name?
Mike Francois. Yes. What about you, Liam, by the way? Any powerlifters, any bodybuilders you like to play with?
It would be someone modern because I haven't got sort of the knowledge of bodybuilding to pick someone past. I have to say, off the top of my head, it's going to be such a basic answer that no one will appreciate, but I watched Kuba and AJ train the other day, and that I'd quite like to sort of get myself involved with something like that.
Highly possible. You could make that happen, mate. I'm sure if you reached out to them.
In the past, I've spoke to them both about it, and they both said something they do, but it's like I don't have the knowledge of bodybuilding to say anyone better than that. So quite a bad answer. I was hoping you didn't ask me.
They are good. I've trained.
Not a bad answer at all. That's a great answer.
Yeah,
those two are fucking intense.
I've trained with both, but separately, not together.
Yeah. Okay.
I trained with AJ at Rip Gym in Harlow. That was a while ago, actually. And I trained with Cuba. We were both in London, so he messaged me, saying, I'm at Orpington, you training? And we came down, we had a back session.
Wow.
So,
I've only trained with AJ, but I can't keep. AJ obviously does low volume, but I still can't keep up with his volume. He's like, it's just like I can match his intensity for a set potentially, but I can't keep up with the exercise and the sets per exercise. So when I train with him, I'm very much in the one top set, one back off set camp. And
sort of. We changed it up again. We changed that in the last leg session. That was fucking crazy. That cluster set on the leg press. I did it again yesterday with Katie.
Well, that's one thing I started
doing. She stacked the leg extension at Ultimate for like 12 reps. Fucking incredible form. I was like, what
Your girlfriend should just compete, Joe. Honestly, if she's moving shit like that, and it seems easy.
Yeah.
You know, when you train with someone new and they train like high frequency though, like they go from one exercise to the other.
Yeah.
And like Dan said, 90 seconds, like straight back on.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Jay Cutler style.
I can't fucking. I'm not good with that.
But the first 3 exercises I can keep up. Yeah, and then like that's kind of how it was with AJ. So we got round to, we did like our shoulder press of some kind. Got around to like incline dumbbell press, like low incline dumbbell press. And I like weight that I'd usually do for a comfortable 10, I was struggling to get 5-6 with because I was just burnt out so quickly.
Just fucking blowing out your arse. You got fucking red face, blue lips, your oxygen debt sitting in. You're like, and he's like, yeah, let's go again. You're sitting there, like, I haven't fucking recovered. Like,
yeah.
The last one, you dickhead.
Yeah,
blowing my head off, and your eyeballs are popping out your skull. Sitting there, I had a mate who trains like that, and I was like, he's like, come do a leg session with you. Yeah, wicked. And he was like a pocket rocket. I was like, fucking hell. I was like, mate, can I have my breath back? He's like, come on, Josh. Come on, let's go. I'm like, I blow it up.
Absolutely gas.
This is the thing as well that people like forget about Dorian. And I know this for a fact because obviously Milos's dad used to train with him.
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes. That's it. Finished. Gone. Go back home. Like,
yeah, but there
minute.
I have this debate with everyone. It fucks me off as well. Great, but you're not pulling 7 plates aside.
No, but he does have
but
the best back.
Do you need to?
No, I do. It shows in my back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, because people say, you train for what? 3 hours? I spend an hour fucking getting through my deadlifts. It's only 2 sets.
Yeah, I spend 2 hours going through my squats and then only 45 minutes on the rest of my bodybuilding stuff.
So when you're going to pull 7 plates on the floor, if you're not warm, a whole boatload of shit.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Dan could be torn
of course, yeah.
Like I pull 7 plates and only train for an hour. Like that's not impressive. That's fucking stupid because just injury risk is just up here.
Yeah.
But I'm even doing that. I'm doing that as my second set as well, so I don't have to lift more to reduce my warm up time. So,
what's your warm up look like for a 7 plate pull?
So I'll start with, I do some like pre-activation, but just for like 5 seconds, if that. I'll go 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, 4 plate, 5 plate, 6 plate. So this was the other day.
Oh, great.
Yesterday, 6 plate. I did a work set. This is Dorian Dead, so I did 6 plates for 10. That was all out. Then I did 7 plate.
Yeah. See, if I'm working with plates, I'll just go plate. Or if I'm going with like comp plates, I'll just jump in like 50 kilos. But for a second then, I thought you said I do 1 set before. As in like...
Yeah, so what I did there, I could go 260, 280. Then I'd probably need... If I did my all-out work set first, for like a 4 to 6, I probably would need 320. Yeah. For a 4 to 6, if I did it first and I'm fresh, but instead I do the 260 first, get my progression from that. I'm a little bit fatigued, but it saves warming up an extra 2 more times.
What? How many, like for your warm ups? If you're adding plate every time, how many reps are you doing for warm ups? Because like I find it where already, like for me, I'm not even shifting huge loads on deadlift, but on the way up to like 200 or 210, whatever, I can't do more than like 3 reps.
That's the reps that you're going to do on your top set, unless you're doing a load. Like when we're talking like powerlifting, if you're doing top set of triple, work up in triples. But it depends on your warm-ups because like if you're going to do a triple at only 40 kilos below your top set, that's going to tax your top set and it's going to impede on your ability to sort of put maximum output into that top set. So I think you've got to find that balance between what's going to allow me to be in the best position to approach this top set and what's like enough to reduce the injury risk and get me warm enough.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say,
from my experience though, like mine is a little bit different. So 1 plate, I'll probably do like 8 deadlifts with it, 8 reps.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then I'll hold it in the bent over position and do like 3 or 4 rows.
Yeah.
Then I'll do like 2 plates. I'll do probably like, again, probably 7-8 reps, hold it in the bent over position for a few seconds, drop it.
Yeah.
Then,
so you're doing like a full on like activation potentiation sort of like regime.
A ramp warm up.
Yeah.
Great activate, mobilize,
Look,
yeah.
They're not feeder sets though. I don't care what people say.
Sorry.
I can smell it from here.
Oh, mate, you've been eating asparagus. It fucking stinks.
Stand closer. It's not that big. And as I said, go 3 plates. I'll probably do like 5 reps. 4 plates. I'll probably do 5 reps and do a few rows of it. 5 plates. I'll probably do 2 or 3 reps. Hold it in the bent over position for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Then 6 plates.
I do.
6 plates.
My warm-ups
Bend over with it. Couple of rows. Deadlift. Put it down. Game over.
Yeah.
Depending on the set, my warm-ups can be like 45 minutes sometimes because I make sure I've ticked every box. Like, I know that the research doesn't really support it anymore. I still run through some static stretching because it makes me feel better. Yeah. And then I'll go through sort of a 10-minute walk or 5-minute walk where it's going to raise my heart rate. I'll activate, mobilize, and potentiate the lift that I'm doing. But additionally to that, I run through stability. So I might start off with like the McGill Big 3 or something, but then I'd move on to sort of unstable work. I was speaking about this with Jack Thorburn the other day, sort of taking 2 dumbbells, like let's say I'm going for a bench set or whatever, taking like a 24 and a 12 and doing sets with that and trying to sort of maintain a stable core really sort of helps with activating the core stabilizers. Yeah. And I find that often carries over into sort of, especially for powerlifters, losing balance in a lift ruins the lift.
That's really interesting, actually. Do you warm up any kind of complementary muscles aside from, let's say you're benching? Will you do any rows or anything or pull downs?
So I warm up all muscles that I think are going to contribute to the performance of the lift. So let's say I'm squatting, I'll train sort of. Let's go with something. Bench is a good example. I'll warm up my back. I'll warm up my triceps. I'll warm up my chest. I'll warm up my shoulder. Yeah. And I'm not talking sort of 5 sets per muscle group. I'm running through maybe a set of dips or a set of rope push downs. I'm talking 2 sets of lat pull down or a set of 10 pull-ups. Like, it's not going to tax me, but it's going to allow me to sort of feel better. A lot of the things I do in my warm-up as well, there's not a scientific purpose. It's this makes me feel better for my set.
You're exactly the same as me. Whether or not it actually works is a mental.
Static stretching, the research shows now it's massively counterproductive.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Dynamic stretching is far sort of more beneficial. But for me, sitting in a stretch for my glutes and running through the McGill Big 3 or whatever it may be makes me feel better. Therefore, I approach that session in a better mental place, if you know what I mean.
Well, everyone has their little mental cues, don't they? Like,
everyone's got a ritual, mate. Look
at everyone's
Keith.
got to have that.
I don't listen to music. Keithy does. Keithy probably don't stretch. I do. You have your thing.
Well, if I don't stretch before I do deadlifts, I can't reach the bar. I can't bend down for the bar.
The muscle problem. I don't have that.
I've got to stretch my glutes.
So big.
I've got to do some dynamic stretches, some static stretching.
Going back to frequency, but everyone is an individual. Got to remember that. Like my mate,
that goes across the board. Whatever you're talking about, everything's independent.
That is, it is the game of no rules. To be honest.
What works for you?
Does anyone have any really, really odd things that they have to do? Like really odd rituals?
Every session.
Do you have to have a wank in the toilets beforehand or something?
No, only if I'm really horny.
That's more of like an intra-workout. Cool.
Yes. Yeah. That's the pump. That's the pump area of the workout right there. Yeah.
I mean, I like deadlifting on a particular platform. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? It used to be squatting in a mirror like 4 years ago, but now I couldn't think of anything worse.
I know I have ones at different gyms, like at Ultraflex in Rotherham now. If I'm warming up on deads, I can't look at myself in the mirror warming up on deads. I have to face the opposite way to the platform. So I always warm up facing away, and then for the top set, I'll turn around and do it.
I don't think.
No, I don't. Fucking hell. I don't really like. Even if I do deadlift in front of the mirror, like the mirror's not there when I'm deadlifting, I just fucking pull it off the floor.
Yeah.
Preset.
It's because otherwise, if I'm
The
watching,
most extreme music when I'm deadlifting, it doesn't matter because it's there before I pull it. But once it's off, like there's just nothing. Like it's not there.
for
You
me,
know what
I
I
find
do?
that if I stare at myself in the mirror doing deadlifts, like going through all my warm-ups, like staring at myself, I start to overthink things massively. So I look at myself in the mirror and I'm thinking in my head, shit, I need to actually make minor changes in terms of form and stuff like that. And all these things start going through my head like, oh, I could fuck this up if I don't do it this way. I overthink it, so I have to face away.
I've never once thought like that. I've never doubted myself ever. Like, I won't approach a set unless I know that I'm gonna fucking get it or die trying. Like, for example, I'm still infuriated about it now. I got under 260 the other day, and I took it for 7 because I made a post about it, how I fucked up the Valsalva maneuver, and I didn't breathe at all, and so I only got 7 reps, and I was so upset with that. And
Hey,
stripping up.
Yeah, my
let's have
bad.
it.
Yes, get them out for me.
You know what? For 260, I've still got abs, and I've only just come out of a cruise. I'm quite happy.
You, mate, good for you.
Look at him.
Not bad.
Sassy geezer.
No, my chair just broke.
Yes. No, he didn't.
it's that
Oh,
260.
Show us the chair.
All he did was put his jumper down. Right?
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
no, the bolts come out of it.
It's got a maximum capacity of 258, mate. What can I say?
What I was going to say is, me and Amp go through this every time I pull. So I went for a massive run of doing stiff legs. And then when I went back to conventional, I couldn't get that out of my head. I couldn't recruit my legs again. I couldn't get them involved. And as soon as we just said, forget that, just pull. Just pull it.
Yeah.
Then I'm good. So overthinking it.
It's that like farm boy mentality, isn't it? Like that as a so-called retard strength. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just fucking they have no acknowledgement of this shit could technically kill me. It's going up. That's it.
Yeah, you just
like,
don't like
think
it. The thought. If you just eliminate that thought process and you just have you're just blank in the mind, like you just don't. You're not even thinking about it.
I'm not saying do this for every muscle or every exercise because that would just be plain fucking stupid. Like for me, a deadlift is the only real exercise that I don't want to think about it. I just want to rip and go.
Yeah.
Whereas like a hack squat or something like that, like I like to be in full control. I want to know my legs are doing the work. You know, I'm not just going from point A to point B. Whereas you're just pulling some shit off the floor. You know, that's it. Like
I posted a deadlift and it was like I don't know really what to call it. It's like a eccentric deadlift, RDL, Dorian deadlift, or whatever. This was like a few months ago. And Jordan commented and said, it doesn't matter what it is, it's strong. That's all that matters. Yeah. So I don't actually know what deadlift variations I do. I just pull. I do one where I do one where I keep it off the floor an inch, and I do one where it hits the floor. I don't know.
As long as it's getting stronger week in, week out, and it's not getting you injured, fucking go for it.
Yeah. And you see the progress.
As long as it's not touch and go.
Yeah.
I generally can't do touch and go because if I do it, one side's hitting the floor before the other side.
Yeah.
I get that sometimes. That's usually when I need to like calm the fuck down and maybe get.
I've had that. That's why I changed to dead stop this week because I started doing that. I started bouncing awkwardly and it ruined the top set for me. So I was like, fuck.
I think there's levels to the bounce too.
Yeah.
There's a control bounce and there's a drop this and get it back.
For me, it's touching one side before the other side.
Yeah.
No, but I've seen people
carried by the bar.
Bounce it and then catch it. Some people just literally touch it and go with control.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just got to focus on getting I think it's just eccentric. I think for me, it's just control eccentric and that will solve a lot of my issues. But I was getting a bit sloppy. So I was like, okay, let's
rip it up. Get it up.
Going back to the question, I've got one that really gets me. I do this like shrug of my shoulder, like, and it gives me like a spine tingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone appreciate it or no?
No, that's news to me.
When I rub my shoulders back, all I hear is like monster.
Is it like you're retracting your scapula?
Yeah, that's what I just did. I literally just did that.
Yeah, so I like repeatedly elevate and retract my scapula until I get this like tingle from like my head down, and it makes me just feel really loose. You know how sometimes pre-workout makes you just feel loose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a really short-term version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. I've got another question from Coach by Christian, which is quite easy to answer. Favorite dessert? Nothing else. That's the question.
Meringue, innit?
You don't know what a dessert is, so shut the fuck up.
Remains like sushi.
Sushi, mate. Sushi. It's great.
Sushi? It's not a dessert.
I love sushi. It's fantastic. For me, it's
dessert.
cheesecake.
Probably. Fuck it, man. Ice cream.
Just any ice cream.
What flavour?
Any ice cream.
Peanut butter
That
ice
shitty
cream.
one with the 3 different colours. Napoleon.
Again.
Nan, one of each scoop, please, Nan.
Hey, one.
Pop, pop, pop.
Jermaine, what cheesecake? I'm curious.
Huh?
What cheesecake?
Like a Dolce one, like something like that, you know? Or the
No
like a,
flavour.
Biscoff, innit?
Biscoff.
quite like Biscoff. I was going to say Biscoff.
Lemon.
Or cookies and cream like Oreo. You can get some Oreo cheesecake.
Well, not cheesecake, mate. Once you start mixing chocolate with cheesecake, you're fucking with something that's good.
I don't want to called cheesecake.
To be fair, a nice piece of carrot cake with a bit of ice cream.
Oh,
I'm
carrot
happy,
cake's
man.
good. Ginger.
Yeah, man. Carrot cake's good. It's a ginger thing, isn't it?
It's a dear mate.
you know.
Fucking, you guys don't know. Have a slice of carrot cake before you work out. You put on 20 pounds. Swear to God.
Dan,
Fuck your orange. Carrot cake gang.
Citation needed.
Oh, mate.
Neither confirm or deny that.
Ginger Hotel, 2020. There you go. Boom. In your face. Big knob.
Good one, Dan.
10%
What about you?
Yeah, what about you, Dan?
Days, man. I don't know. Not really.
Aubergine.
Not really something we do, is it?
Big dicks in your ass.
I like cheesecake. I like cookies. They're good.
Oh, yeah.
I like carrot
Yeah, but
cake.
which cookie, though?
Cookie dough. That's what my answer would be.
So I'm a bit controversial here.
Okay.
I like the oatmeal and raisin cookies.
Yes.
Fucking
Yes.
hell.
Yes.
Dan.
Yes. Dan, you know
I'm
the one from
speechless.
Subway?
I'm speechless.
I know.
I'm
I
angry.
don't.
I'm angry.
Hold on a second.
Hey, if you ever get the chance, just indulge, because it's next
Subway.
level. It tastes like
Subway,
Christmas in your mouth.
I'm not cookiest. I like all colours. I like the triple chocolate. I like the milk chocolate. I like the white chocolate. I like the mixed triple chocolate. You get the white chocolate
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the milk
yeah.
chocolate. I like them all, man. They're good.
Banging, mate. The triple chocolate cookies. Unbelievable.
Triple Belgium.
Have you noticed though? Like if you have the oatmeal raisin one, you can have about 10. If you have the triple choc, you can have about 2.5.
The oatmeal and raisin one, I want to shoot myself in the face because my throat's hurting so much because it's fucking scratching.
I guess you're not a flapjack fan then, Josh.
Oh, I used to do a bit of flapjack. Yeah,
I don't like it.
I mean, I was a brownie guy, mate. I used to like brownies back in the day.
Yeah,
Dessert,
brownies.
brownie, bit of ice cream, fucking whole tub of Ben and Jerry's, the chocolate fudge brownie. Buff, buff, buff. Bang, mate. I was on GTA all night, mate. I was just the next level.
Can't do chocolate ice cream. Can't do chocolate ice cream.
Can't do chocolate. You're telling me you'll have a Napoleon ice cream? That's got chocolate in.
What is this Napoleon? Like, it's Neapolitan, you fucker.
What a dickhead.
Probably
Neapolitan. I'm never going to let me home.
peanut butter ice cream, man. Another level.
Oh, yeah. What the Haagen-Dazs one?
Haagen-Dazs,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. That
I
was
want
like
ice cream
fire.
now. Fuck's sake.
I tell you what. Have you had? I forgot what hot sauce it is, but it's like it's. I'm going to get it and have a look. Hold on. I'm in the kitchen.
Hold on. That's it.
Fuck me.
We've lost two.
If anyone's actually still
India,
here,
original hot
you know,
pepper
I mean,
sauce.
half the cast's gone.
Oh, that's
The
it.
recording's still
No.
going.
They're all gone.
It's called where have they gone? Original West Indian hot pepper sauce. Have you had
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Oh,
Was it
mate,
done-
that one, it tastes nice. First, you put your lips on it, and then it
Josh,
just...
I've
What?
never had it.
Is that
Right.
the Dunn's River brand?
No, it's something else.
Fuck.
Oh, he's gone
That's a
again.
good one.
Liam's
Talking
disappeared for
about
God
hot
knows
sauce,
where.
I can't say it, mate. It's called coconut. I can't say that.
Icona.
Oh, in Kona. Yeah, in Kona's good.
Yeah, I know the one.
Right.
That's a bit more mainstream, mate. Dunn's
Right on
River,
your
World
lips.
Food Aisle, Tesco, 79p. Get it in your basket.
Oh, mate, you put it on your lips, and you're like, "Oh, it's all right. That's good
Sucking-
sauce." And then
like
about
sucking
2
the
minutes
devil off,
later,
Boom. Yeah.
top crying.
I'm not a fan of Domino's, but the garlic.
Oh, the garlic bread. Yes.
He's
No,
here.
the garlic dip. The dip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Decent.
Thank with that.
Yeah, but you all
That's
know I'm a
saucy
fan of
beans.
mustard. I'm a fan of mustard, so I must admit.
Mustard's good.
Frenchies or English?
He's a proper man.
In prep, I really started to like mustard. I got a bit obsessed with mustard in prep. Which is it? Do you have Frenchies?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frenchies. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
In prep, I
What
fucked
about
sauces off.
Proper American hot dog mustard.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Love how the show always goes to shit. Did you get any questions, Dan, before we wrap up?
Yeah. Oh,
Go on.
1 minute.
Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
Yeah, let me get on the gram. I've got to re-download it. Fucking hell.
Re-download it.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, while we wait for that, from Christian again,
Yeah.
biggest strength goal this year, but we'll just change it to like, what's one number that you want to hit this year in the gym?
Sound.
200 or 200 deadlift.
We've talked
For
about
like
this,
4.
Liam.
Like
300.
You know what
It's a
you want,
lofty
Jermaine? You
goal.
want 300 deadlift, don't you?
What was that?
Don't you want a 300 deadlift, Jermaine?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
Kind of.
In 2020?
yeah.
Mad guy, man, honestly.
I set ridiculous goals.
If I fucking do that, I'll eat your fucking hair.
Yeah.
And you can
That's
keep
what
it.
does.
Yeah, but Jermaine, if you don't pull it, you got to shave your head.
Yeah, but
No, it's not happening. It's not happening.
You don't want it bad enough, mate. You're not confident
You have
enough.
to eat a bit of shit.
I'm not shaving my head for
This is
shit.
what, like,
Absolutely
step
not.
brothers.
Jermaine,
Step
you've been through torturous things from me before.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
mate,
shaving my
remember
head.
that.
Eat a bit of shit.
I'm not eating shit.
Or like,
I'm
step
not-
brothers, Joe.
I watched Jackass too,
I'm-
and he eats horse shit. Have you seen it?
I literally
Oh,
watched
man.
that the other night.
It's Juicy J. It's like the 3-6 Mafia, and he's like, eat this bit of shit. And he's chewing away, and he's like, gives him a beer to down it with.
Fuck
If you don't pull 300 by December,
That's eat horse shit.
you have to eat a lump of fucking shit. Liam,
I refuse.
you
I
have to eat a
refuse.
bit of Liam's shit.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, you right? So
You just call me Jeremiah.
Yeah, I fucking did. That's what I call you now, Jeremiah, because
All right.
right, because this is religious. Jeremiah is a religious name.
Yeah.
When it comes to deadlifts, this is important.
Yeah.
Right, you self-coached.
Yes, currently.
Right, you honestly want to hit 300 kilo deadlift.
Yes.
You need to fucking eat. We were talking before the show.
Yeah.
You're worried about it. You need to fucking.
Yeah.
You want to pull that.
I'm currently at the minute. I'm in a fucking deficit because I'm mini cutting. So,
Yeah,
It ain't gonna happen.
huh?
It won't happen if you're.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull. I think next session the aim is to do 220.
Gonna be eating shit.
Mate,
single.
I hate to say it, it's fucking it is an unheard of number to hit in the.
We said this last time though. That's why I set the goal
You
But,
need to
like,
eat shit.
because
Why
it's
not-
ridiculous.
Why not aim for 260 and then 300?
Yeah.
You're eating shit.
Because if I aim for 300, I'll easily get. I'll like at least get 260. You know what I mean?
You've got that. You've
That's
got
how my
that.
brain works.
Jermaine's mentality is shoot for the moon, land in the stars,
Exactly. That's sort of what I'm like.
You've got that in the back of your head.
or shoot for the moon, crash land, and fuck yourself up. Yeah.
Might be eating shit.
You've given yourself a safety net though. You're content if you don't hit 300 already. You said,
That's
right,
true. That's true.
Right,
280.
It
Don't
should be
hit
a
this,
case
you
of.
have to eat a bit of shit.
I think it should be a case of I'm going to hit 260. Don't anyone fucking doubt me. That's going to happen.
yes. What you
No,
said-
I'm going to hit 300, but I'll take 260 anyway.
Yeah, what you said a minute ago, you said, I think my goal is 220. I think I'll pull 220. No, you don't fucking think, you do.
I'm going to pull 220 next week for at least one.
I like this.
We're doing 220 next week then.
You see this down here, me and him?
Yeah.
That's the fucking mentality. We two here, we're the strongest guys in this podcast.
Yeah.
There's no fucking reason why.
I'm
When
at the
Yeah.
top.
when it comes to lifting shit, there's no fucking doubt. You've got to have in your head.
Jermaine,
Yeah.
Nothing.
when's your pull session?
When's my next pull session?
Yeah.
2 days.
Train it with me and Dan.
Should we set that up?
Can't just hide. Well,
Do it.
fucking hell. I was going to
Set
say
that
train
up.
with me. I'll scream in your ear. Fuck
We could
you.
try and set that up. When Dan, when are you training Paul?
Next on Thursday, but I can't do this Thursday.
Okay.
I've just got to get myself.
I'm out. I'm not doing it for a couple of weeks. I know when my fucking head's in
Right.
this.
Dan, when
Yeah.
Dan, when
Wait.
can you do Paul?
I'm training Paul on Thursday, but I've got to do that one solo because I've got to get in
Okay.
and out. I know.
What about next one? When's your next pull? When's your next
So
rotation?
it will be.
Days from then.
So Friday rest, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
It'll be the same for me, I think.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it'll be the same for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Make that happen.
Slapped up.
We will make that happen because then at least I can go through some stuff with you to try
Yeah.
tweak what you're doing.
This one's train. This one.
There's a lot you have to
Fuck's
learn with.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, no, that would be fucking ace if we can set that up.
Yeah, do it.
Sick.
Do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we'll put some time into
What
it.
about you?
Mate, the thing is, like, you know how when we train, like, I think it sounds so cringy to say, but like when we train bodybuilding together, like you took me through a session and I just sat there and did what I was told, and I was just trying to learn.
Yeah. This is my opportunity to do that.
Training with me in a powerlifting session, not because I'm like fucking in charge of powerlifting or nothing, but because I've been in that long.
Yeah.
I know that the mental differences between approaching a bodybuilding set and a powerlifting set, because they are different, even though
They
the
are
principles
different.
are the same.
They are different.
What about you, Joe? What numbers do you
Safe
want?
bet.
200 deadlift. I mean, it's already gone up since I've come back. You know, it's gone up by 30 kilo in 6 weeks. That's
No.
good.
Liam, do you want to mix that with some water or something? That ain't coming out, mate.
I know.
Thick shakes need thick muscles.
You know what it is?
Five Guys
I've
milkshake.
Digest
I've got
problem.
a load of eggs in here.
Nice.
Oh,
You got in there like 500 grams of oats.
Fucking hell.
Fucking
has
hell.
anyone got a spoon?
He's on the thick shake.
Oh
No, I
my
can talk with
God.
that.
Fuck.
Just eating turd.
You want to see how thick his back is?
That's the rich
Correlate.
piano. That is.
Jesus. What a beast. So what do you say, Joe? You want 200s deadlift?
Yeah, 200 deadlift will get pulled before the end of the year. I've
Oh,
already got
that'll be like
in
October.
6 weeks. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But that's the goal anyway. So if I surpass it, that's fucking fine with me. When I
Yeah.
surpass it, I'll pick another number and smash that
That's
shit
fair
too.
I am going to do 200, and when I surpass it, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, and that'll be for like 4 minimum. So
Cool.
Easy. Fucking love that.
press. I still want to incline. I want to get to 2 plates, but it's not realistic by the end of the year.
What are you at now?
Like, fucking hell. Plate and a half
80,
Right.
20 kilos.
Why isn't that realistic?
Yeah, what?
with my shoulder niggle.
So
goes
change
up
the way that you
buckets.
live. Change, instead of the shoulder niggle, don't mask it. Fucking fix it. Work out why is my shoulder hurting. Address it, fix it, and then press 2 plates.
BP7, whatever it's called.
No. Not a mask. Actually fix
Yeah.
the issue.
Yeah.
Chiropractor and then BP157.
Yeah. I know what the issue is. It's an injury from
Follow the injury
American
mechanism.
football day.
Quite a lot of the time with like subscap injuries, or that's what they think it is. It comes about from like a teres minor, for example. It's like an injury.
Mine's
Yeah.
an impact injury from when I played American football. So
Okay.
So that's
so
Fuck.
still definitely
Yeah.
something to look into, though.
Oh, of course, Jermaine's just sort of wandering off into the blackness as well.
It's because I'm like, I had natural lighting at the start of this when we started recording, because we've been recording for a while now, and the sun has set since then. So I'm just getting, the screen's getting...
Yours is eight and a half plates for Dan.
That?
Yours is 8.5.
Yeah, for the deadlift, yeah, it is for 360.
Saucy.
What about for the cuff lateral?
That'd be sick.
Half lateral, the stack. No, what are my other compounds that I'm really goal orientated on? High incline barbell. I think I could have four plates for 7.
Yeah.
High incline barbell. That'd be nice if I could tidy that up.
What are you at the moment? I thought you was at 5, right?
No, for 4 plates. 4 plates aside for high incline.
Yeah. But for 5 reps.
Yeah, but I've got to consider my pec and my shoulder injury as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you was in.
Yeah. I'm not there now. Because I'm not high incline barbell in a minute. So I've got to get into the movement, get back up to my peak strength. So it'll probably start off at like 3.5 plates for like 8 or 7. Okay. So I've got to rebuild it and then surpass it.
Rest that shit up.
And I'll probably only have about 2 months to do that because I've got no plans of reintroducing it anytime soon.
I've just finished hack squatting. I took 9 plates for 8.
Yeah, what machine?
Strong.
What hack squat is that?
Atlantis.
That's a leg press. That is not a hack squat. That is a leg press.
It's very much like that.
Liam, let's come to Ultimate. We'll do Cybex. Fine.
I have Cybex. I took 7 on Cybex.
Do Cybex with my foot placement, Jermaine.
I took.
Yeah, 7, he's like right at the bottom of the pad.
And then I went to Atlantis to ego myself.
Get that saucy beans going like that.
7 plates, fucking strong on the Cybex.
Yeah.
I'm a one-trick pony, honestly.
What exercise? I have a question actually. What
Josh, yours.
Oh, what?
Oh, me.
Oh yeah, Josh.
Yeah, well, by October, mid-October, I'll have 6 plates on a rack pull for sure, below the knee, of course. And by my birthday, I'll be on definitely eating 7 plates. There's no doubt I'll be getting.
When's your birthday?
December the 10th. So by December the 10th on hack squat, controlled nice will be getting at least it'll be about 9 on 9 plates. No, sorry, 7 plates for 9 reps. Brinking into that 10. That's what I'm going for. That's what I want.
Come train with me in the next couple of weeks. We'll do that 6 plates.
Yeah, well, I got 5 the other day because I was obviously coming back from fucking my hip up bad, didn't I?
Yeah, well, if you train with me, I'd make you do it.
Yeah.
I really want to train with Dan now.
Come in.
I really want to train with Dan. Let's make it happen.
They get strong. They do.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
I make them do it. I get a whip out.
Just bully people into doing it.
You will
do it.
Hey, Dan, didn't you have some questions?
Yes. Okay.
We're going to finish up with these ones.
Yeah, let's finish up with these questions.
Meal time a bit.
Yeah, I need to eat.
Would you rather lose 1 hand and a leg or 1 arm and a foot?
Ah!
What a weird question.
Fucking good one, though.
1 hand and a leg or
1 arm and a foot.
I'll take the arm and foot.
The arm's useless without the hand.
I'm losing my foot. My legs are my best body part.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Just have my foot replaced.
Yeah. It's all right, Jermaine. You just get it up until the calf. Happy days.
Yeah, exactly. Sorted. Also, I've got shit arms anyway, so may as well.
Because you could have a fucking still foot.
Yeah.
Exotic, it'd be sick when it just hear this clunking around the gym. What's that? Oh, he's got a steel foot. Clunk. Or you could fuck people up with it.
Hey, imagine kicking someone with that.
Oh, imagine that, when they're down on the floor, but you're fucking finish him, bang. Yeah, I'd take the arm and foot and become a hitman.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah,
What about?
I'd go one arm and a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still foot.
Arm
Kill
and a
people.
foot.
Just you think about it, your leg, it's your quad, your calf, your hamstring,
It's
your
like-
glute.
It's like
Yeah.
half of your fucking body almost in
Yeah.
a way.
Too
Just
close
gone.
to the willy.
Yeah.
True. So
Can have 2 legs.
One minute, how are you losing a leg though and not losing a foot?
It's just hanging on by the tendon.
It's just there.
It's hanging
That
there.
should be foot.
Like a car air freshener.
What about that though? Like, how's your hand there if you've kept your arm, but you've lost your hand?
it's very true. It's very true. Yeah.
It just floats.
It just floats.
That'd be sick.
You move your shoulder and then your hand follows like a minute later.
It would be like a Halloween costume.
Yeah. Oh my God. They'd love you at the horror show.
One personal one I want to put forward to Josh and Liam is: would you rather have a wank with tiger balm or put Albus oil up your
Hang
bum?
on, Dan.
Again,
Jermaine has to answer too because he wasn't here for that.
Oh yeah.
What?
No.
Oh,
right.
was this the one I wasn't on?
Yeah.
All right
So,
then.
wank with tiger balm
Yep.
or put Albus oil up the bum.
Oh. Thing is, though, I put Tiger Balm on my fingers. I still had it on, and I didn't wash it off because I put it on my knees in the car, and then I went for a piss. I didn't wash my hands. I had it all over me knob.
What was that like?
It was weird because it was like that cool, like that sort of sensation, but on your knob. Quite uncomfortable, but because I had, what day was it on? Legs. I was fucking like, by the time I got into that hat spot, didn't give a shit.
Shit.
Got to answer the question, Josh.
Is it actually kind of satisfying?
No,
I told Dan,
No.
I said it at this one. It's like my mate's big brother enjoys getting, sucked off with a fisherman's friend in the mouth.
I was about to say that.
you know what? I'll take the wank with Tiger Balm.
I think so as well.
I'm not sticking anything up my arse.
Oh, like the butthole is forbidden territory for me.
You know what I mean? It's a one-way street and it's out. It's not
it's not.
going in there.
Yeah,
you know
agreed.
Because the
That
weirdest
was
thing is
my
you've got to stick something up there, and if it's someone else's hand, I'm not happy about that. If it's mine as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be the
So
complete.
you're okay with you're happy to put your own up. That's fair, just not someone else. Yeah.
Just in case, do you know what I mean? Well, you might be coming up there. Could be like a bottle of Trent.
In which case, I'm fine.
No, I'll wank with a fucking Tiger Balm for sure.
Yeah.
I don't agree with you because, right, so if you're having a wank with tiger balm, what's the definition of a wank? Because there are so many strokes, or do you have to finish?
You got to finish. Otherwise,
if you have to finish, you have to go to your bloody num with that stuff on. And you're going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
Plus, after that, you're probably going to have some long-term implications.
It's true.
Exactly. And it's hard to say, isn't it? What's the definition? Is it a couple of strokes, or is it the all-out bloody gluck gluck 3000 or something like that?
Gluck gluck 3000.
Depends how horny you were. Do you know what I mean? You've got a good action. Do you know what I mean? I can get myself finished when I need to be.
God's sake. You allowed assistance? Is that stipulated in the rules?
You can't bring Chanel into this.
Yeah, just play with my missus loads and be like fucking ready, literally brinking until it's coming out. Do you know what I mean? It's flowing out the top. And all I do is a couple of strokes, poof, spaff all over the toilet, I'm done. Fucking hell, mate.
Oh, dear.
And there goes the monetization. Permanently. I think we're fucking shadow banned on YouTube.
You'll
never make money on fucking with me on, sorry. Monetization.
Yeah, Josh, in future, if you want to come on, you have to monetize the show yourself.
Yeah.
I had to fucking pay the advertising.
Yeah, you had to pay to come on. So it works. We've lost out on about 20 quid on this YouTube video.
Fucking direct debit. Fucking put it in.
Got any more, Dan?
Yeah. Any more good ones?
I've got to eat soon, so.
Yeah, I better say, I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm hungry now.
Take the time to eat, boys.
Aye.
Yeah.
Right, shall we call it there then?
I think, yeah, man. I think it's safe to say, we've come back with a fucking bang.
Yeah, it's been good, lads. It's been good.
Yeah.
So, guys, New York Pro this weekend.
Very true.
So, be on the lookout for some stage talk episodes as well. So, keep your fucking schedule free.
When's the British show? The one, isn't it?
About 6 weeks. 6.
Not the thing.
The amateur one.
Amateur one. Isn't it? Not next weekend. The weekend after.
13 days, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll be pumping out content, guys. Don't you worry.
Saucy. That's going to
We'll
be
have stuff coming out. Yeah, for sure.
Saucy beans.
Also, Liam, once the comp is over, we'll get you back on.
Yes, that's definitely on the cards.
What?
Oh wait,
once your competition is
on.
over, we'll get you back on.
My competition?
Liam is I'm very confused now.
I ain't competing. Like.
When's he competing?
I thought you was going to what, 3.
Yeah, just in the gym, mate.
Yeah.
It's still important to me. Gym or
that
comp.
is technically a comp. I mean,
it's equally as important. I still approach it with the same sort of.
We'll have you on? Yeah, agreed. Though we will have you on after that once you've hit your 320, and
no doubt, man.
Yeah, maybe Chris as well. Let's have that rivalry going. I want that. let's be the media for the Liam versus Chris McCready fight that's going on.
Yeah, Josh, do you want to pay the sponsorship fee?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. No, I can't do that.
Right, lads.
Up, boys.
Let's. Do you want to plug yourselves? I can tell that Dan's fading here. He needs to eat. So let's get this done.
He's done too much expenditure walking over the road. He needs to match the cows.
That's it.
The eggs, man.
Those eggs. I was going to say gingertraininggetmassive.com.
That's the new one, isn't it? Ginger Mass Monster. That's the new Instagram.
Ginger Mass Monster. When I am big.
What about you, Liam?
Liam Turnbull GB on Insta. bullsong.co.uk. Website.
That's the one. Dan?
Don't follow me.
It's fucking pointless, I promise.
Please don't talk to me.
Jermaine, before we go, announce.
Oh, yeah. So I've started online coaching now. That's out there. I posted that today. So.
Oh, yeah, Jermaine, I was meant to ask you, what's the name about?
Yeah, so I was playing around with a lot of different names because I've had a few names in mind, including words like Fortis, like Brave, online coach, stuff like that. I ended up picking Ronin. What are you doing, Joe? Oh, right, yeah. Mainly because there's a few like implications for the word. So Ronin literally means master of yourself. Like that. That's the whole. That's
to be fair, mate, it's whatever you want to call it. It doesn't.
Yeah, at the end of the day, but
as a coach, no one cares. Like in the most polite way possible, no one cares.
No one cares what the name is. It's just like for me, I knew that I didn't want to just call myself Jermaine Sullivan Online Coaching, or made by Shreds by Sully or some shit like that, because that's what everyone calls themselves.
That reminds me, I actually do want to plug something. Dan Bastick Coaching at Outlook.com.
There you go. His coaching's in there. But yeah, so on Instagram, Ronin Online Coaching for coaching inquiries, and just Jermaine Sully for my general Insta shit, my bollocks account.
Awesome. And for me, if you want editing work done, I did Jermaine's logo. I've done Jermaine's editing shit. I've done stuff for various other people. Some shows shit as well.
Cuba, you've done a lot, to be fair.
Yeah. But now I've sort of put it out there a bit more. So it's JZ Designs 1 on Instagram.
Yeah.
So hit me up and DM me for any inquiries.
You do graphic design?
Yeah. It's pretty good. He did all my logos and everything. Like.
All right, Joe will talk.
Sweet, man.
Yeah. All right, lads.
But thank you for joining in. Jermaine, you can do the outro with the beautiful mic. Let's go.
All right. Thank you, guys, for listening to another episode of the Off the Script podcast, episode 26. We'll join you next time for another installment and possibly some stage talk. Ta-ta.
Get massive.
That is seductive.